Right now, family in need after a tragic house fire killed 3 people in Watertown. How anyone can help.
Event security testing out new technology on the UW campus. The items it can detect and if we'll be seeing it at more events soon.
More clouds out there this morning with some patchy fog likely. We are timing things out as far as the next storm system goes in your first warned weather forecast.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. I got a lot of snow time in over the weekend with my kiddos, making some snow, doing some sledding, because you got to enjoy it while it lasts, because it's not going to last all that long, will it, Josh?
It's a good thing you did enjoy it, because a lot of that snow is going to be melting over the next couple of days with some rain, also some mild weather. We've got a lot to talk about, guys, here this morning. But let's start you off with the WISC-TV Skycam, which unfortunately is showing more clouds out there. We just cannot get out of those clouds. We have not seen sunshine for quite some time, and unfortunately, we do not have a lot of it in the forecast. Looking ahead right now, current conditions here in Madison, 32 degrees, so we are sitting at that freezing point. Keep that in mind. We did see some freezing overnight after some of that melting yesterday, so there could be some icy patches out there. Later on today, once you head out to around lunchtime, we're going to be above freezing, so we will see more wet road conditions later on today. A little milder right now down in Janesville. You're already at 36 degrees, 32 in Monroe over in Platteville as well. As we're planning your day today, some areas might see close to 40 degrees. We're going to be around 37 degrees here in Madison. But as I mentioned at the top of the hour, we are talking about that storm system that's moving in, that's going to be bringing some rain, some snow, and a lot of wind coming up, guys. So we're going to be timing that out. A lot to talk about in your certified most accurate forecast.
We want to thank Josh Breider for filling in this morning on weather. Our weather team is short-staffed right now after the wife of Gary Canalti, Jean, passed away suddenly over the weekend.
Yeah, they've been married for 26 years. Jean was a staple in the Verona School District for years. She just had recently retired. You know, I can only imagine how Gary is feeling. We're thinking of him and his son Chuck this morning, and Josh, of course, stepping up to help out with the rest of the weather team.
Yeah, that family is really, really important here in the community. They're all over the place, so we're thinking about them, and yeah, it's easy for me just to step in and fill the gap for the meantime as we're thinking about them, guys.
We appreciate you. Thanks, Josh.
You bet.
All right, to our headlines this morning. Jury selection starts today for one of the men accused in a deadly shooting at a Madison gas station from last year. Back on July 5th, Kashawn Davis Williams was shot while waiting in his car at a gas station on Verona Road. He died later at the hospital. 25-year-old Avian Little now charged with reckless homicide as party to a crime. The court accepted his plea. His bail was revoked. The other man accused in this case, 27-year-old Christopher Somerset, is charged with intentional homicide.
A GoFundMe account is up this morning. It's now up to more than $10,000 and counting for a Watertown family after a house fire left 3 people dead. That house caught on fire shortly after midnight Friday. Fire crews found the house engulfed in flames when they got there. Smoke and intense heat prevented any of them from being able to rescue the people trapped inside. The cause of the fire is still under investigation this morning. If you'd like to donate to the family, we've added a link to this web story on channel3000.com.
6:03 now. The future of technology could soon reach big event centers, even familiar ones like the home of the Badgers.
This is fascinating. UW Campus Police are teaming up with the company Liberty Defense to test some new security screening technology. Our Catherine Merck got a sneak peek and shows us what makes this technology different and how it'll impact you.
Before you get inside big event centers like the UW Madison Fieldhouse, you got to get through security first. It's the way to make you and your loved ones feel safe. One company is using this space to take security to new levels.
It definitely will ease people's tensions. Obviously, big crowds are big, and venues are places where people worry about. So hopefully this is a way to eliminate that.
The University of Wisconsin-Madison Police Department is kicking off on-campus testing of HexWave. It's using AI to security screen people coming into Sunday's wrestling event on campus.
What we do is we scan for not only metallic threats like guns and knives, but we also detect on non-metallic threats like 3D printed guns, plastic pipe bombs, liquids, and powders.
Both the company behind the screenings and UW Police share a similar goal: keeping your focus on sitting in the stands and less worried about your safety.
It ensures that we're providing a safe environment at all of our sporting events. It's a quick screen. You don't have to slow down to get through it. So it hopefully it just enhances and ensures everybody is feeling more safe as they move through the day.
Today was just a test, so you're not going to see this type of AI technology in the field house or other places on UW-Madison's campus yet. However, Liberty Defense is working to get a final version of their product out within the first half of 2023. Reporting in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck for News 3 Now.
Well, hey, a holiday favorite is back this morning at the Edgewater Hotel. The ice rink overlooking Lake Mendota officially opened for the season. The rink on the Grand Plaza is open 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday. There's also a time slot for kids 5 and under every Thursday from 2 until 4 p.m. If you don't have your own skates, the Edgewater has pairs available to rent for $3 a pop. Madison's outdoor rinks haven't opened yet, so this is your only outdoor skating option right now. Now here's a look at the times. The rink is open, a little different depending on whether you're going from the weekdays to the weekends. Again, it runs Wednesday through Sunday. It is recommended to book your tickets online in advance. The walk-up tickets are available. They're $7 for adults, $4 for kids 12 and under.
We are another step closer to putting people back on the moon. Sunday, NASA's famous Orion capsule made a successful splashdown in the Pacific Ocean after a monumental journey through space. 25-day voyage took an uncrewed moon ship further than any human-capable spacecraft had ever gone from Earth. The $4 billion test flight flew 3 mannequins hooked up with vibration sensors and radiation monitors through a distant retrograde orbit around the moon.
We've been every day looking ahead to the next flight to see how we can improve on where we are today so that we can fly a safe and successful mission with our astronauts next time around.
Yeah, you heard it there. Next up for Orion, a crewed test flight with 4 astronauts who will fly around the moon in 2024. Then a 2-person lunar landing as early as 2025. The ultimate goal is to set up a sustainable moon base.
A Libyan operative accused in the 1988 bombing of an American jetliner over Scotland is now in U.S. custody. Families of the victims say this is a huge step after a decades-long fight for justice. 34 years after that deadly bombing of Pan Am Flight 103, it remains the deadliest terror attack on British soil, killing all 259 people on board, another 11 people on the ground just 4 days before Christmas. The man suspected of building the explosive used in the attack, Libyan national Abu Ajila Mohammed Massoud, is now facing prosecution in the U.S.
190 victims on the plane were Americans. It's only right that it be prosecuted in the United States.
The Justice Department says the suspect will make his initial court appearance at a federal district court in Washington, D.C.
A bomb threat shutting down a concert for legendary singer Patti LaBelle in Milwaukee over the weekend. Her show at the Riverside Theater ended up getting postponed because of it. In a social media video, you can see the singer getting escorted off the stage. Police evacuated everyone in the crowd. Concert organizers thanked the Milwaukee Police Department for everyone's safe and orderly exit. They're working now to reschedule the show.
It is 6:07. News 3 Now is making sure everybody has a happy holiday this season with our 12 Days of Giving. We're partnering with local nonprofits to answer the wishes of 12 area families. One of them, the Romanchenskos. Slava, Natalia, and their 15-year-old daughter Lyra have been here since April. They left their home country of Ukraine when Russia first invaded. They had to leave everything behind.
Now leaves my mother, my father, my brother war now.
He's in military.
And husband, mother too. And our dog, your name's Cindy, and our family miss you, very miss you.
So we miss our family because now we're alone here.
We reached out to the settlement agency helping them here in Wisconsin to hear what the family needs moving forward. See how we helped answer their call for help. That's coming up tonight on News 3 Now.
Coming up, your chance to win some free tickets to see the Globetrotters. Stick around for our question of the day.
And Josh is back with why there are so many sticky notes covering the walls of this classroom in the 608.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza for just $12.99 at papamurphys.com.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now, choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles. Lock in your rate, and you're protected.
I'm proud of you, kid.
And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, get into a 2022 Explorer SUV with 2.9% financing for 60 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
Hi, I'm Gary Canulty, inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me May 2nd through the 12th as we tour Scotland and Northern Ireland. This trip is rich with history, exploring places like the Edinburgh Castle and the Titanic Belfast Museum. We'll also enjoy the gorgeous scenery and friendly people of these two unique countries. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can permanently remove stubborn fat in just one visit. Don't wait. The results I've seen achieved are truly outstanding.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
6:12 on your Monday morning. I'm Josh Ryder with your certified most accurate forecast as we kick things off this Monday. Let's see if we can get the monitor going here. There we go. Are we doing the forecast? All right, we're ready for the forecast here.
It's a Monday, Josh.
It's a Monday, yeah, and I'm filling in here, guys, helping out our friends at the First Warn Weather Center. So let's take a live look outside with the WISC-TV sky camera right now. Some cloudy conditions out there, so no sunshine to kick off your week if you're looking for that. Unfortunately, we do not have any of that in store. As we're planning out your day, we're starting around 31 degrees at 7 o'clock. We're going to be warming things up into the mid to upper 30s later on today, but you notice those clouds are sticking around. As far as your three things that you need to know right now, quiet and cloudy as we start off this week. Then we're talking about some wind moving in Tuesday through Wednesday. And then we're talking about that next storm system that we've been talking about here over the weekend especially. We're going to have some rain and snow moving in as we get to the later part of this week. As far as future track goes, again, we're sitting in the clouds this morning around 32 degrees, so there might be some slick spots as we saw some refreezing overnight. Again, those clouds sticking around as we warm up to the mid to upper 30s, close to near 40 degrees for some of you later on today. And then as we go into your Tuesday, much of the same story as we kick off your Tuesday. And then we're going to be talking about that next system. You can see it moving in from the southwest right now. This is going to be a major storm system across much of the upper Midwest. Some parts of the area seeing some blizzard-like conditions. Don't worry, we're not going to see that here. Mainly just a rainmaker as we can see that moving in here into Wednesday. You can see that rain's going to be sticking around Wednesday morning. This is 7:30 as you're heading off to school and work. 37 degrees, so we are staying above freezing for the time being. You can see, though, where temperatures are a little bit colder up north. That's where they're going to be seeing that mix to snow. So a little bit more snow up in northern parts of Wisconsin, mainly just rain here. But on the back half of that system, you can see this is when we're starting to cool things down. This is Thursday at 7 o'clock. We're starting to see temperatures around freezing, and that's when we start to see our snow accumulation here in southern Wisconsin as temperatures really fall off there. As far as that accumulation goes, we're not expecting much here. Less than an inch for Madison, a little bit more to the west, and much more up to the north. You can see Wautoma around 2 to 4 inches of snow. There's your 7 to 10 day forecast right now. Again, staying warm with the storm system this week, and then things are cooling off into next week. As far as your first warn traffic this morning, guys, no issues out on the roadways. This is a look at Madison, just a breakdown there on the Beltline, not seeing any major delays from that. That is your first warn traffic.
Josh Briner, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Badger men's basketball has already had its fair share of challenges in this pretty young season. Well, another test came over the weekend as they headed to Iowa City for their first Big Ten road game. The Badgers beat the Hawkeyes at the Kohl Center last season, but the last time UW got a win at Iowa, it was 2018. Well, 40 minutes just isn't enough time for these two teams. Iowa closes out regulation on an 8-0 scoring run to send this one to overtime. Well, they take an early OT lead, but Tyler Wall dials one up from deep and ties this game up, 3 of his 21 points. And this one's going to come down to the wire. Iowa up by 1 with under 1 to go. Steven Crowell backs it up, hooks it over for the lead. And the Hawkeyes end up cutting it to a 1-point game, but Connor Essegian stuffs it in the final seconds to seal the deal. The Badgers win 78-75 and move to 2-0 in conference play. Also in action, the women's team, they hosted St. Thomas, and it's a close one at the Kohl Center. Fourth quarter, down by 1, Lily Crane drains a triple for the lead. Well, the Tommies keep knocking on the door, but Brooke Shramick provides some insurance buckets down the stretch. She cashes in from behind the arc, 3 of her team-high 18. Wisconsin gets the win 72-64, snapping its 7-game skid. They're back in action on Wednesday against UW Green Bay. Wrestling returned to the Fieldhouse Sunday afternoon. The 11th ranked Badgers hosted the Wisconsin Wrestling Showcase, and this squad rolled in with a 5-1 record and fresh off 2 wins at the Garden State Grapple. The Badgers faced Drexel in the home opener showcase, and Eric Barnett starts the duel off in 125. He quickly shows why he's ranked 7th nationally. Major decision for the senior as he puts Wisconsin on the scoreboard, and they just keep rolling. 7-0 lead over the Dragons. Joe Zargo is just tearing up the mat in 141. He comes out with a 22-7 tech ball to extend UW's lead. And then it's the match that everyone was waiting for. Austin Gomez. His opponent gets an early jump on him, but Gomez is going to flip the script just seconds later. Yeah, that's why he's ranked 2nd in the nation. He pins Luke Nichter in the first period, and Wisconsin wins it 37-3. It's not the ending that many saw coming, and definitely not the ending that Wisconsin wanted. But the road to repeat as national champs officially came to an end this weekend at the hands of Pittsburgh. Of course, with a trip to Omaha on the line, this Elite 8 matchup came down to the end. The Badgers battled back from a 2-1 deficit to force a 5th set, but in the end, Pittsburgh proved to be too much, ending the Badgers season at the Fieldhouse.
That was one of the things we talked about, is somebody's going to beat us. They were going to have to beat us. Because our team just, there's no quit. And I think everybody saw that. There's no quit. And they were going to fight and scratch and claw. And the other team had to be willing to do the same thing.
Back to you.
Congratulations to the Badger women's volleyball team on an outstanding season. Let's go get them next year, huh? 6:18 now. We're giving you a chance to win some Globetrotters tickets this morning. They're going to be at the Alliant Energy Center at the end of the month, and we want to send you there for free. All you got to do is answer our question of the day.
Yeah, today's question is, what is your favorite sport to watch? No right answer.
Your favorite sport?
I love to watch hockey in person. On television, anything Badgers, but Badger football, I would say.
There you go. All right. No correct answer. Just fill something in. Doesn't matter as long as you participate. You're going to be entered for your chance to win.
6:18, a local teacher in the 608 spreading joy inside her classroom in a really unique way.
This is pretty cool. Josh Sprider's here with more on the Sticky Note Classroom. Hey there, Josh.
excited to be able to showcase this story for you. One student calls this room inside Wanakee Community High School chaotic in a beautiful way. Yes, that is a wall full of sticky notes. Miss Doucette's English classroom is covered in them. It all started with a simple idea back for her creative writing class in 2016, but it turned out into so much more than that. Now a big chunk of the 4 walls in our classroom are covered in sticky notes with inspirational messages and even some beautiful artwork.
I can kind of still picture which ones were the starting wall. And then after the pandemic, I let all of the classes do that because I just saw how much it brought them all together to have their words on the wall. And even when students come back, they'll say, "Oh, I can still see this is my handwriting." And that's pretty special.
At the end of every school year, Miss Doucette laminates the Post-its from that year so that they can be on display for years to come. Coming up in our next half hour, we're going to take you inside the classroom to see how it's already making a positive impact for current and former students, guys. It's a story you won't want to miss around 6:40.
Look over your left shoulder. Okay. Josh Breiter. In the 608.
Thank you,
we
Josh.
appreciate it.
Am I the jinx this morning? I don't know.
You are. You're the definition of a Monday morning here, Josh.
Hey, don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. He'd love to hear from you. A lot of his ideas come right from you. So find him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured. Coming up next, it's a special day for a certain festive plant.
And ahead in our next half hour, a terrifying kidnapping and murder that started in Madison. One of the defendants due in court today. Stay with us.
Watch News 3 Now at 6 with Eric, Charlotte, Gary, and Zach. Weeknights.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. 6 packs of 7-Up, only $2.99. Hy-Vee cream cheese, only 99 cents. And fresh express garden salad, shredded lettuce or coleslaw, only 99 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
It's nice to unwind after a long week of telling people how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. It's a natural. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each Butterburger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Because where Culver's comes from. And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
If you overdraw your account, Wells Fargo gives you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with a grace period? Like accidentally parking where you shouldn't.
Hey, what about this one? Nah, that one gets an extra day. Somebody got lucky.
Like having an extra day grace period? When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
Garage doors are just like us. They don't like the cold weather. But if it breaks, Precision Garage Door is always ready. We always show up in a fully stocked vehicle so we can get the job done today.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Thank you so much.
Dad,
absolutely.
Can you help me?
Eric's New Year's resolution was to work smarter, not harder. So getting a new Volkswagen SUV was a no-brainer because he can save on maintenance costs over the next 5 years. Now all that hard work can go towards what he needs the most. At the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, you too can make maintenance cost worries so last year. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 do it signing. Limited inventory available.
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. Hy-Vee peanut butter, only $1.49. Fresh ground beef, only $1.99 a pound. And Hy-Vee cottage cheese, only 99 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobison, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
We want to thank Linda for sharing her morning with us. A lovely shot here over the half-frozen water. It's that time of year. We get that freeze-over contest going on, too. Somewhere on our website, you gotta go to something and put something in to win something. It's the freeze-over contest. Look it up, folks.
Huh?
It's a thing, the freeze-over contest. You gotta guess the date that the lake's gonna freeze over.
Lake Mendota.
Yeah.
Clean Lakes Alliance, they do it every year.
That's it.
They
Clean
do it.
Lakes
There you go.
Alliance.
Yes.
That's it. Thank you, Linda. All right, hey, it's National Poinsettia Day, everybody, or poinsettia, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Potato.
Does anyone know the legend of the poinsettia?
Josh does.
And its connection to Christmas? So, according to the Farmer's Almanac, it's all about a little Mexican girl named Pepita. She wanted more than anything to present the Christ child a special gift on Christmas Eve, but she didn't have any money. So crying as she walked to church, she saw an angel who instructed her to gather some weeds and present them to the Christ child. So she took a bouquet of weeds to the church, placed them at the feet of the Christ child, and suddenly her humble weeds burst into brilliant red blooms.
The Christ child. Jesus?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I thought it was a totally different story of how
That's one of the legends.
the floral shop just couldn't get rid of these things, so they called all the TV stations and said, we'll give them to you for free.
That's the story I knew.
That's what I thought it was.
I mean, I think they've been around for like 100 years, but then nobody would buy them, and then they sent them to the TV stations for free, as I think they do right now.
Yeah, we got a ton of them.
And then they got popular because people watch us.
It's like we're contractually obligated to put them out on the news set on
Should
December
we count
1st.
all of these?
There's a lot of them around here, yeah.
We have a lot. I think they're pretty.
They look great now. Come December 24th, we'll see how they look.
Yeah.
But we tend to forget to water them, and they get a little sad.
You didn't see the email? This is your job to water the plants?
Is it really?
Yeah,
Did
it
I miss that?
Yes.
That explains it. I've been getting these emails to water the
Chris
the
Stanford and
poinsettias.
the green thumb over here. My goodness.
I check my email regularly, by the way. All right, Josh, hit us with the quick weather.
Oh, my goodness. Off the rails. All right, guys, there's your bus stop forecast. 32 for bus pickup. Midday, you're looking around 35 as you head back home from school, around 37 degrees.
Thanks, Josh. I'm going to get some water. Get these poinsettias taken care of.
Check your email while you're at
Back
it.
after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Go farther with personal checking choices. At Starion Bank, you make the decisions. Your money, your style. Apply online in just 4 minutes at starionbank.com.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything's made to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am.
Never have I ever toured in a rock band.
Yep, I play a mean air guitar.
Never have I ever burnt a holiday dinner.
I have no reservations about making reservations.
Never have I ever put literally every single item in our store on sale, even the items that never go on sale. Every item? Oh, come on.
Join us now through December 24th for our never on sale sale. Only at Rogers and Hollins.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course. Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com. Type in high five and our website will hook you up.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
How do you use your energy?
Inspiring a spark of creativity? Working hard to reach your goals? Thinking outside the box to bring your vision to life? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Go farther with personal checking choices at Starion Bank. Like Smart Checking, it's free when you choose e-statements. Your money, your style. Apply online in just 4 minutes at starionbank.com.
This morning, authorities are working to identify a suspect accused of murdering a Milwaukee mail carrier. How his friends are remembering him.
Also, a major oil spill in the nation's heartland. Hundreds of thousands of gallons coming from the Keystone Pipeline. The potential environmental impact and what it means for gas prices.
Another day, more clouds. Unfortunately, we're talking about some more rain and snow moving into the area as well.
Yeah, where'd the sun go? Crying out loud.
It's been gone a while.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Happy Monday. We wish we were bringing you some sun for your Monday. Blame
That's the
Josh.
next best thing.
Yeah, clouds. Or Josh Brighter.
Oh,
that's
thank
nice
you.
On a Monday.
Thank you for thinking positively, Chris.
Bringing the proverbial sunshine.
He always has a silver lining, doesn't he?
Literal.
Trying to bring some energy because, yeah, I'm sick of the clouds here as well. And unfortunately, we just don't have a lot of sun to talk about. Look at this. WISC-TV sky camera at this hour right now. We are sitting in some clouds, a little bit of fog out there as well. Keep in mind, we're sitting around freezing right now, so there could be some slick spots out there. I know we do have a couple of reports of some refreezing out there. So if you're heading out to walk the dog, the sidewalk might be a little slick, driveway might be a little slick overnight. As we go throughout the day, unfortunately, that sun's not going to help melt or dry us out at all. We're only going to get to the mid-30s as we plan your day. Right now, we're sitting around 32 degrees in Madison, 32 degrees in Monroe, same for you guys over in Platteville, a little warmer down in Rock County, Janesville at 36 degrees. Warming up to the mid to upper 30s, some near 40 degrees. But as we mentioned, we're talking about that storm system that's going to be moving in here later on tomorrow and really into the next of the week. That's going to have an impact on much of the upper Midwest. So I'm going to be timing all of that out for you coming up in just about 10 to 12 minutes here, guys. And, you know, we wanted to take a moment to talk about an unfortunate passing over the weekend. Part of our extended family here at News 3 Now, our chief meteorologist Gary Canalte's wife Jean passed away on Saturday, so he's going to be taking some time off. That's why you're seeing me doing the weather. We're trying to help fill the gap here a little bit. So yeah, some unfortunate news unexpectedly over the weekend.
A big part of the community. Jean was a teacher for many, many years in the Verona School District who's touched a lot of lives. So Gary, their son Chuck, we are thinking of them during this difficult time. If you would reach out, I'm sure it would mean a lot to them.
You know, this newsroom is a family. I know that firsthand.
Yeah.
We have all stepped up and sent Gary our best wishes. We're going to really wrap our arms around him, take care of him during this time. And we know this community is a big family too. So if there's any way you can give back to Gary, if you can let him know you're thinking of him and his son Chuck. You know, they were married for 26 years. It's a huge loss to that family, to this community.
Yeah.
Really, let's take care of him during this time.
He posted on Facebook too. He put his emails out there, so if you want to go comment on there, he really wants to hear from you. So send some nice words and we'll help their family during this time.
Sounds like he could use it right now.
Yeah. Josh, in the meantime, thank you very much. We appreciate your help. 6:32 to our headlines. The United States Postal Service is offering a reward of $50,000 to help solve the murder of a Milwaukee mailman. USPS says the 44-year-old mail carrier was shot and killed on the city's north side on Friday. Police are looking for a silver Audi Q5 SUV that's suspected to have been involved. You can see here friends gathering to honor Andre Cross over the weekend with a vigil.
He was just an amazing person. Like, he just spoke life into you. He was always looking for snacks. He was typically the first person in the office, so coffee was always ready.
Anyone with information is asked to call the USPS Inspection Service number. That's on your screen right now. It's 877-876-2455. We have this on our website as well. Investigators say, by the way, whoever is involved here should be considered armed and dangerous.
To Kansas now, where there's a rush to repair and clean up a ruptured part of the Keystone Pipeline. It's the largest onshore spill in nearly a decade. The pipeline ruptured 20 miles south of the Kansas-Nebraska state line last week. The owner, Canada's TC Energy, shut it down after nearly 600,000 gallons poured into a local creek. The same company abandoned plans for a larger Keystone XL pipeline last year after President Biden canceled the permit.
This oil spill is a little bit different than some of the past pipeline spills because it involves a body of water. And so it's not real certain how the EPA is going to respond to that. They have to approve starting back up the pipeline. And so there's a remediation process that takes place to clean up all the oil, to analyze the pipeline.
Industry insiders believe the pipeline should be back up and running again around December 20th. If that happens, consumers shouldn't see a major impact on gasoline or diesel prices. The case against a man in custody for a kidnapping and a murder will move forward today.
Our Shane Hogan is in studio previewing that wild and violent case, and it all started right here in Dane County, Shane.
Yeah, that's right, Leah. There's a court hearing scheduled today for one of the 3 people accused in a kidnapping turned murder that spanned Madison to Columbia County. All 3 defendants, 28-year-old Jesse Freiberg, 38-year-old Laura Johnson, and 21-year-old Jakenya Patty, are charged with 1 count of first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime, according to online court records. Freiberg will be in court later today. A reminder on the details of this case: a criminal complaint says Patty told police she and Freiberg found Johnson yelling at the victim about money and holding him hostage with a box cutter at her Madison home. The 4 got into the victim's car and drove to Columbia County, where the victim tried to escape. The complaint says Freiberg pulled out a gun and shot him. The victim's body was found in Columbia County near Portage. Today's hearing is in Columbia County for that homicide charge. He is then due back in court next Monday for the charges here in Dane County.
Shane Hogan with the details in that case. Thank you very much, Shane. We appreciate it.
To more top headlines this morning, a firefighter hurt over the weekend while battling a house fire in Holman. 7 fire departments responded to this one. They found some thick smoke and intense flames coming out of the backside of the house. It's located in an area of town without fire hydrants, something that presented a challenge, as you may imagine, for first responders.
We have to shuttle water into the location, and you see a constant flow of fire engines and trucks that are coming into the scene to dump water into portable tanks and then go back for more water.
We are working to find out the condition of that firefighter this morning. We do know that there were people inside at the time of the fire. Everyone was able to get out safely. The family living there, though, is displaced. The cause is also under investigation.
A Chicago pastor reinstated after facing an accusation of sexual abuse. An independent review board found no reason to keep Father Michael Flagger away. He is the senior pastor at St. Sabina Parish. He posted on Facebook with the caption, "Like MJ said, I'm back." His latest accuser, a man in his late 40s. Flagger was previously suspended by the diocese just last year after 3 men alleged they were sexually abused in the 1970s. He was reinstated in June after the board said there was insufficient reason to suspect he was guilty. He has denied all accusations.
Resign, Kevin! Resign, Kevin! Hey!
More trouble on the Los Angeles City Council. Councilman Kevin De Leon, here in this video posted online, shows him getting into a scuffle with an activist at a holiday event. It happened after the crowd surrounded him, followed him to the exit. They were calling for his resignation because of leaked audio earlier this year that he and another council member made that showed racist comments about a fellow council member's black child. That audio prompted the resignation of the LA City Council President, Nuri Martinez. De Leon said in a statement that he was acting in self-defense after being headbutted by one of the activists. 6:37 here on your Monday morning. We are tracking a big rainmaker that could wash away what's left of the snow. Josh is going to time that out and the next shot at some snow in your forecast.
Then he's back with why there are so many sticky notes covering the walls of this classroom in the 608.
At the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, you can make maintenance cost worries so last year. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 do-it signing. Limited inventory available.
Raising healthy children takes a village, and kids thrive when their village is healthy too.
SSM Health and News 3 Now are helping you unlock a healthier world with our Time for Kids Keys to Health campaign. We'll show you how sustainable choices create healthier lifestyles, explore the impacts of food security on families,
and share ways we can help build a healthy community together. So join us on air, online, and in your village.
and take time for kids.
A must in your medicine cabinet. Less sick days.
Cold coming on? Zicam is the #1 cold shortening brand.
Highly recommended.
Zyfans love Zicam's unique zinc formula.
It shortens colds.
Zicam Zinc That Cold.
Fairlife brings more to your holiday traditions. It's ultra-filtered milk with 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, and a creamy taste. This season, turn delicious into delicious. Fairlife ultra-filtered milk.
Look!
It's easy to say things. Anyone can do that.
Look closer.
Meaning what you say, that's a little harder, and a little harder to find. But at US Cellular, when we say you get unlimited data for $29.99 per line, we don't mean only if you get 4 lines. We mean $29.99 per line, even 1. Plus, every plan is price protected for every customer.
Okay, are we gonna fit? There we go.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to carefully protect your dreams.
All right, open your eyes.
Welcome home.
All right, we'll see you later.
Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
At the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, you can make maintenance cost worries so last year. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 do it signing. Limited inventory available.
The first winter storm of the season.
You see the precipitation area expanding pretty rapidly.
And the First Warn weather team helped you stay prepared for snowy conditions.
Those roads are going to be very treacherous.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. First Warn weather, only on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now is taking action to keep you on top of the latest breaking news.
Taking action whenever news breaks with a team committed to following developing stories so you'll know all the facts.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
A teacher in the 608 spreading some joy inside her classroom in a pretty unique way.
Josh Breider is here now with more on the sticky note classroom. Good morning, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. One student calls this room inside Waunakee Community High School chaotic in a beautiful way. This morning we take you inside a special classroom that's sharing love and reminding us words matter. The sound of a sticky note seems pretty simple, but inside this English classroom, it has a new meaning.
Mom was a teacher, Dad was a teacher, Grandpa was a teacher, Uncle was a teacher. So education felt pretty much like a natural fit.
Jennifer Doucette has been working in education for close to 18 years now, and this right here,
It turned out way better than I ever thought.
is her classroom inside Waunakee Community High School.
I'm not opposed to them coming in and feeling shocked and, you know, not sure where to go, but then eventually finding kind of comfort in those notes.
From inspirational messages to beautiful works of art, both current and former students are leaving their mark.
I let them ask the questions. Things got weird fast. In a really beautiful way to build connection.
I think it's really cool when you find like a post-it note you can relate with.
Senior student Tana Rada tells me finding that connection helps in making this sticky note classroom feel like home.
With Miss Doucette, like she's really a personal teacher and she gets to know you, and I think that's a really great way to connect with your students and like be able to help them learn and help them grow.
Even on the cloudiest day outside WCHS, inside, Miss Doucette is helping her students rewrite the narrative.
My vision for the room, you know, died in a day. So what became, however, is so much better. You know, my eyes, you know, grab onto a few notes when I look around the room, always. I love the words, I love the pictures.
And of course, she's got a few favorites posted right next to her desk, including this one, left by a former student who struggled with her mental health.
She left a note on my desk for me with a piece of writing, and the note just says, "The difference a year can make, never forget you make a difference." And so I keep it next to me for kind of rough days, to remind myself that it's like what I'm doing here. I will own that Post-it note for the rest of my life. Like, when these walls come down, that Post-it note will come with me.
At the end of every school year, Miss Doucette laminates the new sticky notes that they can be on display for years to come. She also has an Instagram page where she posts to keep them living on forever. I even got to leave my mark, guys, with my favorite saying, that's "Be you." Mark also put one up on the wall as well that said "In the 608, guys." So spreading those positive messages, remember, words matter.
Yeah, you said this earlier, and I couldn't agree more. Having an involved and great teacher, you remember that for the rest of your life.
It makes all the difference. They're the best.
You know, it's
good teacher. They're the greatest.
It's interesting too, because you heard that. It sounds funny, but it's like things got weird fast in a very beautiful way, because you know, kids are thinking about all sorts of things, right? But giving them the space to be able to connect and really relate with one another is so important.
Sure is. Josh Spreiter, good story this morning. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. There is his Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram handle, as well as his email address to get in touch with him.
All right, let's give some stuff away. We're giving you a chance to win some Globetrotters tickets. They're going to be at the Alliant Energy Center at the end of the month, and we want to send you there for free. All you got to do is answer our question of the day.
Yeah, today's question is, what's your favorite sport to watch? There's no right answer here. Just head on over to channel3000.com/contest to weigh in for your chance at tickets.
Anything is accepted as an answer.
Pickleball.
I was thinking the same thing.
Were you?
I was.
That's got to be boring to watch. Bocce ball? Bocce
ball?
Bocce ball.
Potato.
Does euchre count?
Heck yeah, it does.
Love to watch a good game of euchre, let me tell you.
Who doesn't? All right, let's check it with Josh Spreiter. He's back after taking a quick breather to give us the forecast.
Real quick breather, guys. I got a little coffee in me. We are ready to rock here as we're getting you out the door with what you need to know on your Monday. Clouds, that's what we're looking at here with your WISC-TV sky camera. We've basically been looking at this same camera for the last week or so right now. Unfortunately, we're staying in the clouds for your Monday. You're going to have to bring some sunshine into your own life. Temperatures warming up into the mid to upper 30s this afternoon. Of course, we are talking about the 3 things you need to know because it's going to be a big week in the weather world. Again, quiet and cloudy today. Windy conditions moving in over the next couple of days, and then we're talking about the rain and snow moving in Wednesday through the rest of the week. As far as timing things out for your future track, again, those clouds sticking around. We're around freezing to start things off, so there might be some slick spots out there as you head out the door with some freezing overnight, so do keep that in mind. Later on today, we're warming up again. Madison making it to the upper 30s, a little warmer down towards Janesville where you could reach 40 degrees. Staying cloudy as we start your Tuesday, and then we're talking about that next storm system moving in. You can see it already coming out of Iowa there into the southwestern corner of the state tomorrow night. Mainly a rainmaker for us as we start things off this week, as parts of the Midwest actually see some blizzard-like conditions in the plains. We won't see the blizzard-like conditions here, just starting off as rain, but then as those temperatures start to drop when that front moves in, we're going to start to see that mix to snow come into southern Wisconsin as well. You can already see that mix line at the Dells, 36 degrees, 7 o'clock on Thursday morning, and those temperatures are going to continue to fall. That's when we see that wraparound moisture with the snowfall moving in. You can see 33 degrees at 7 o'clock Friday morning. That's when we're going to start to see some flakes flying here in southern Wisconsin. Those flurries staying around into your Saturday as well. As far as accumulation goes, pretty minor, just less than an inch here in Madison, a little bit more to the west and especially northern Wisconsin, where they could see close to a half a foot of snow in the northern parts of the Badger State. As far as your 10-day forecast goes, again, there's your storm system, upper 30s, close to 40 degrees for the next few days. Then next week, as we head into Christmas week, if you can believe it, guys, we're already heading to around 20 degrees for the next week, few days there. Your first warn traffic looking good so far as we start things off in your Monday morning. One stalled vehicle on the Beltline. No issues, though, as far as traffic impacts. All of southern Wisconsin in the green. That's your first warn traffic.
Josh Spreiter with that first warn. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. 6:48 coming up in the morning sprint, a new tuition rate for out-of-state UW students.
First, if you've got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Warrens, Wisconsin.
Dress up your home for the holidays at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Add color and cheer to your home this holiday season with stylish seasonal decor during our holiday sale. Let us brighten your room with unique accessories and great savings during the holiday sale going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles. Lock in your rate, and you're protected. I'm proud of you, kid. And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% APR financing for 66 months.
This holiday, give them a gift they'll never, ever forget.
Oh my God! In 3, 2, 1. Are you serious?
The gift of furniture.
This is not what I think I like.
Kids just don't understand. Find the holiday door in a Bob's Discount Furniture near you.
At Overture Center, February 21st through 26th. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
When I had stubborn fat, I always felt self-conscious. I couldn't wear the clothes I wanted to wear, and it was so frustrating.
I worked so hard. By working out, by dieting, that stubborn fat was just not going anywhere.
I had this vision of how I wanted to look. I didn't feel like myself, so I did what I needed to do. I called Sono Bello. Sono Bello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist because it works.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently.
Sono Bello removed this big pooch right here. I have curves. I have exactly the body I've always wanted.
I got myself back, my shape back, but most of all, my confidence back.
I lost 4 inches off my waist. Going to Sono Bello has completely changed my life. Just look at me.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-510-6198 or go to sonobello.com.
Dress up your home for the holidays at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Add color and cheer to your home this holiday season with stylish seasonal decor during our holiday sale. Let us brighten your room with unique accessories and great savings during the holiday sale going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Here for you in a heartbeat. SSM Health, Heart and Vascular Care.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
The United States Postal Service is offering a reward of up to $50,000 to help solve the murder of a Milwaukee mailman. USPS says the 44-year-old mail carrier was shot and killed on the city's north side Friday. Police are looking for a silver Audi Q5 SUV that might have been involved. Investigators say the suspect here should be considered armed and dangerous.
Those lower prices at the pump could be threatened by the largest U.S. onshore oil spill in nearly a decade. In Kansas, there is a rush this morning to repair and clean up a ruptured part of the Keystone Pipeline. The owner, Canada's TC Energy, shut the pipeline down after just about 600,000 gallons of crude oil poured into a local creek. So far, the spill has caused just a brief surge in crude prices. This spill in a creek running through rural pasture land in Washington County, Kansas, has environmentalists asking Congress now to reconsider permitting for the pipeline.
The UW system trying to encourage more out-of-state residents to move to Wisconsin for college, specifically schools that aren't UW-Madison. During a Regents meeting last week, board members approved the non-resident Midwest tuition rate. It starts next year. The rate will be 150% of the cost paid by students from Wisconsin, though board members say that could increase or decrease depending on how the first year goes. That new initiative does not affect, by the way, the current tuition reciprocity agreement between Wisconsin and Minnesota.
NASA celebrating the successful return of its Artemis 1 moon ship. The uncrewed Orion capsule splashed down yesterday in the Pacific Ocean, about 350 miles south of San Diego. Twice the capsule flew within 80 miles of the moon's surface. Now NASA wants to send a crewed test flight around the moon in 2024, followed by a moon landing sometime later this decade.
A sigh of relief on Hawaii's Big Island. Scientists say the eruption of the Mauna Loa volcano is easing. It might soon end. It started spewing molten rock more than 2 weeks ago after staying quiet for nearly 40 years, producing gorgeous photos like this. They've now lowered the alert level from a warning to a watch.
New information out on just how busy the holiday travel season is going to get. AAA is estimating that about 113 million people will travel 50 miles or more from home from December 23rd through January 2nd. Most will drive, with 2 million more expected this year compared to last. The group thinks that air travel will increase 14% compared to last year.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says inflation should significantly drop next year as long as there's no, quote, unanticipated shock. She made those comments in an interview with CBS News' 60 Minutes, adding there are always risks of a recession. Yellen also predicts the labor market will remain quite healthy, pointing out the drop in gas prices as another positive sign.
Elon Musk is no longer the richest person in the world. That's according to Forbes. The #1 spot now occupied by Bernard Arnault, CEO of French luxury brand LVMH. That's the company behind Louis Vuitton luxury goods and Hennessy. According to Forbes, Musk is worth $183 billion. Arnault, $186 billion.
Meanwhile, Twitter relaunching its Twitter Blue service for the coveted blue checkmark verification symbol for $8 a month. However, the price tag for Apple users is $11 a month. This is because Elon Musk says Apple's in-app purchase fees are too high. The service had been paused last month due to a spike in fake accounts after Twitter Blue's initial launch. Twitter says it's putting in place a more thorough review process this time before issuing the checks.
Large winter storms slamming into California over the weekend, now headed toward our area. It sent blizzard warnings across Denver, in the plains, life-threatening tornadoes in the south. The storms bringing California some much-needed rain, but reservoirs are still just over half full, not yet enough to pull the state out of its historic drought.
Taylor Swift will make her feature film directorial debut at Disney's Searchlight Pictures. The company says Swift has written an original script. It hasn't released any information on the plot or casting, though. The Swift-directed short film, All Too Well, won Video of the Year at the VMAs, earned a Grammy nomination, and is now eligible for an Academy Award.
We're getting you out the door with the 3 things you need to know on your Monday morning. Cloudy and quiet as we start off the new work week. That wind is going to be moving in over the next few days. Quite windy as we move in with that next system. Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday, we're going to have some rain in the forecast with that snow arriving later on Thursday. There's your 7 to 10 day forecast right there. Again, we'll be watching that system closely as it moves in. No alert days in the forecast right now. We'll let you know if anything changes. But look at the temperatures as we get into next week, guys. Look at that, 20 degrees. That's well below average. Those lows are going to be in the single digits, and that's Christmas week. So there's a lot to be watching as we get closer to the holidays.
Hey, that could mean that we see a white Christmas, huh?
Depends on how much snow we get on the back half of this system. So we'll be timing that out to see if those temperatures hold steady enough for us to get that white here.
Josh Breider, thank you.
Stick around. Another news and weather update in about a half an hour.